Let's play a quick game. Finish this sentence. Money is the root of all. You said evil, didn't you? Or maybe rich people are. Be honest. Did the word selfish or greedy pop into your mind? If yes, this video is going to change your life. Because those thoughts aren't just opinions, they are beliefs. Deep rooted, emotional, subconscious beliefs that shape every money decision you make. And here is the scary part, most of these beliefs weren't even chosen by you. They were handed to you by school, parents, TV, religion, society, and if you're not careful, they will quietly keep you broke for life. Today, we are going to uncover the hidden mental scripts that are running your financial life without your permission. And we're not just going to uncover them, we'll break them, reframe them, and replace them. You're not lazy, you're not bad with money, you are just running old code. Let's rewrite it. Part 1, The Belief: Money is evil and why it holds you back. This one is deep. So many people believe that wanting money makes them greedy, that rich people are bad, that earning too much means you are selfish. But here is the truth: money is just a tool, a system of value, like electricity. It can power a hospital or an electric chair. What matters is not money, it's what you do with it. Believing money is evil makes you feel guilty every time you earn or save more. So you subconsciously sabotage your own financial progress. Practical fix 1. Redefine money as a force for good. Write down 5 ways more money could help you help others, your family, your causes, your community. Remind yourself, money in the hands of good people creates good outcomes. Part 2. The Belief: I am just bad with money. The learned helplessness trap. This belief sounds harmless, but it's dangerous. When people say, I am just bad with money, they shut down their curiosity. They stop learning, stop trying, stop experimenting. But nobody is born knowing how to manage money. You learn it or you don't. And if you didn't, that's not your fault. You weren't taught. But what you weren't taught, you can still learn. Practical fix 2. Replace identity beliefs with behavior beliefs. Instead of I am bad with money, say I haven't learned the system yet, but I am learning now. Treat money like a skill, not a personality trait. Part 3. The Belief: if I earn more, I'll lose it anyway. Fear of success. Some people don't fear failure, they fear success because success means responsibility, visibility, taxes, pressure. So instead of earning high, they keep their goals small, safe, predictable. They say, I'll just survive, not thrive. This belief creates an invisible ceiling. Practical fix 3. Journal the fear. Literally, write down, what am I afraid will happen if I earn more? What's the worst case scenario? What would I do if it came true? Fear loses power when it's written down. Part 4. The Belief: I don't deserve wealth. Self-worth blockers. Some people truly believe they are not worthy of money because of their past, their mistakes, their trauma. They associate wealth with those people, not like them. So they spend everything or give it away or avoid it entirely. It's not just financial, it's emotional. Practical fix 4. List 10 non-financial things you have earned or built through effort: trust, friendship, skills, health. Then ask, why would money be any different? Wealth is not a reward for being perfect. It's a result of process and you deserve to be a part of that process. Part 5. The Belief: I can't save because I don't earn enough. The income illusion. This one feels very real because if your income is low, saving sounds impossible. But here's the trick: most people don't save after earning more, they spend more. The problem isn't only income, it's structure. Practical fix 5. Try the 1% save rule. No matter your income, save just 1% this month. Next month, 2%. Slowly build the muscle. Don't wait for a raise to start saving. Start saving to prepare for the raise. Part 6. The Belief: budgeting is restricting freedom versus control. A lot of people avoid budgeting because it feels like punishment, like they're locking themselves in a cage. But that's backwards. A budget isn't a prison, it's a permission slip. It tells you how much fun you can have without guilt. Practical fix 6. Rename your budget. Call it your freedom plan or your peace map. Budget for fun first. Literally, Set a fun fund inside your budget. Celebrate being intentional. When budgeting feels like a choice, not punishment, it becomes sustainable. Part 7. The belief I am too old or too late to start. The timeline myth. This belief is heartbreaking. So many people think if they didn't start at 20, they have missed the boat. But that's a lie. Money compounds, but so does effort and wisdom and consistency. You're not late, you're early to your next chapter. Practical fix 7. Use the start small, stay long method. Pick one small action. Track your expenses. Read one finance article. Open one savings account. Repeat it for 30 days. Momentum beats regret. Ending. Rewrite your script. Rebuild your life. You're not your past. You're not your paycheck. And you're not the stories you have been told about money. You are the author now. Your beliefs about money shape your actions. And your actions shape your future. So start here. Question what you were taught. Keep what's useful. Drop what's toxic. Practice new thoughts and build a system that supports you, because money isn't just math, it's mindset. And you, my friend, you're allowed to think new thoughts. See you in the next video.